Alrighty. Hello, Elaine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. And I see that I'm freezing on the screen, so please excuse me if I freeze a little bit throughout the video. Is my connection has been a little wonky, but I know that we have chatted here a few times. We've had some great conversation, so I would love for us to continue that. If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
So, my professional experience started 6 years ago working in customer service roles. So, I started off at GC, then I worked my way up to doing Kohl's and Target. And now I'm trying to see if I can go back into doing admin work and see where I see fit.
Absolutely. And thank you for your introduction, Elaine. I have your resume up here as well, and you said it best. You've been working in customer service like positions over the last 6 years. You've worked, in healthcare and billing collections for about 4 years or so. And then you worked at Target and Kohl's, which obviously we know is a retail stores, and it's heavy on the customer service. Um, and since we're touching base on customer service, I want to ask you, what does customer service mean to you?
To me, it's putting the customer first and also making sure that you can do anything and everything in your power to assist the customer to make sure that they're being taken care of, that their needs are being met, and to see what you can do and go above and beyond.
Absolutely. I think everything that you just said, especially going above and beyond for every customer, is definitely key. In especially a role such as this, right? Being in that true front desk role, definitely key. Alaine, I want to see if you can just tell me a little bit more about your day to day over at GC Services as that collection specialist. Tell me a little bit about what your day to day looked like there.
So my day to day is I come in, I clock in. The first thing that I do is I see all of the collections that I need to call. And so from there, I kind of start from working my way up from like what's the most important, like the accounts that have the highest dates that they haven't been paid, and work my way down. And then what I also do is I will also have customers call in as well. And so I would assist the customers as I'm doing my call outs. And then I tend to do a checklist and kind of go down there and figure out what I need to do at the end of the day so that I prepare myself for the next day.
Amazing. So it was a lot of, is it just back to back calls? Was it your day consistent of any
Yeah.
emailing
There
or
was some emailing in terms of if a customer had had emailed me and
Mhm.
asked like, hey, I need more information about my billing. I need to know how I'm able to pay this off. And through there, I can communicate with the customer.
Perfect. So you're used to the environment of I have a phone call, perhaps, there's an email here and there that I'm tackling throughout the day, along with some data entry or perhaps some administrative tasks.
Yeah.
Um, so that's amazing. You have those transferable skills for, this role as well. And I want to chat a little bit about the multitasking aspect. I know we kind of touched up base on that at GC Services. But with a role such as this, being a true receptionist, office support, there is going to be a lot of that multitasking to where you're answering a call. You may have a guest that you have to greet. There's emails, there's other administrative duties. How are you going to be able to just organize yourself and really prioritize your tasks?
So for me, what works is a to-do list. I really enjoy a to-do list. And so what I do is it's always what do I need to get done first? What's most important? What needs to meet the deadline? And then I work my way down. And so if I am at a desk and a customer is calling me, I'll briefly put the customer on hold and assist the customer in front of me, and then pick up the phone and talk with the customer so I can give my undivided attention to everything.
Absolutely. I definitely think that's great. So thank you for that insight on that. Want to pivot a little bit on some systems that perhaps you have used or just some systems that you're familiar with.
So I am familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint, Word. I'm also familiar with Outlook through email and also Microsoft Teams. I'm also familiar with the Slack. I don't know if they use Slack anymore, but Slack when I worked at GC Services. And I'm also used to using certain softwares like Zebra, like working at retail, so I can do the scanning. And those are the softwares I'm familiar with. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you again for sharing that. To wrap up the interview here, I want to ask you two last questions about, scheduling. Do you have any scheduling restraints within the next 30 days at all, or are you open?
I am open.
Awesome. And then to start a new position, how soon were you looking to start?
As soon as possible, within a week, whenever they want me.
That sounds great. Well, Miss Elaine, it's been great chatting with you and getting to know your experience a bit further. I want to go ahead and stop the recording. If you don't mind, though, stay with me in the line really quickly. I want to chat with you still.
Okay.
Thank you.